Hi, I'm Michael Carpenter. I'm a record producer, singer-songwriter, musician, video maker, photographer, graphic design, all-round creative person. Undeniably, if you look at my life, music is the currency of it. So when people come in here asking me to write a chapter in their version of their book, it's not something I take lightly, and I don't kind of skate over the top of it. You know, it's an important responsibility, and I love it. What a thing! People walk into this room and they give me money to help write a chapter in their story. It's powerful, man. I think I saw it coming. I think I got it not a long way, but probably a week before we went into isolation. I think it was when I started to see people on their balconies in Italy and they weren't leaving their homes. I actually started to panic when they closed the borders or stopped interstate travel. The very next project I had the following week was an interstate project. And it was $7,000 and it went straight away. And then another project, $2.5 grand straight away. And I went, okay, so that's in a day, I've lost $10,000 worth of work. I started to work out how long I had. So we talked about it here amongst my community here at the studio, that we needed to get some sort of assistance. And if we didn't get assistance, and it was very, very clear that if we didn't get assistance, we had about 3 weeks. The thing that has been most confusing is the fucking roller coaster of the personal. My life is hectic and I love it. And you know, it's often talked about that I operate in 2 modes, which is high performance engine and coma. There is a certain energy that I thrive on when I've got too many things going on. But I'm always wanting a day off. I don't have a day off. I don't have that happen in my life where I can go, I'm going to have a day off. You can't do it. The guilt of having a day off overwhelms you by lunchtime, and you've got to get up and do something because you're self-employed. You've got to generate something. So even on the days when you haven't got much on, you're trying to get next month's work happening. It's constant. So when you sit there and go, I'm being enforced to have time off, you sit there and go, thank God. Yeah. And you feel this great sense of relief that you get to just breathe. Except I'm used to being an overwound engine and I'm struggling. And then what happens is the further we go into this, you start to get another level of panic of what happens if it ends and I haven't sorted all this out. And I stress again, I think I'm actually coping all right, but I'm not really coping very well at all.
You know, when we come out of this at the end at some point, what would a great Michael Carpenter life look like?
It's funny because it's only through talking about this tonight that I'm getting a sense of how to answer that question. Through all the time leading up to the pandemic and during the pandemic, I've been thinking about what it's like to be in it, and being aware of the fact that there will be an end to it at some point. And knowing that I needed to make some choices, I hadn't thought about what they were, but it wasn't until tonight. The worst version of me is the one who wakes up and knows he's not going to make the rent tomorrow. It is the absolute worst version of me. And I hate that guy because that guy is a pain in the ass to everybody who's around him, and he takes it out on the people around him, and he takes it out especially on the people who love him the most. I'd be happy if my future did not involve that guy. So to summarise that, I think it's going to be kind of further refining the dream version of what my life is, and unfortunately, the money thing has got to come into it. I've got to avoid the cloud of money being so oppressive on my life. What it might mean is I don't need to be in this room, and that's a big concession for me. So maybe I need to make some different choices to allow myself to live the life that I am enjoying. The big missed opportunity isn't whether I've learned to cook enough meals or learned to play lap steel, is if I get to the end of it and I haven't got any greater clarity of what my version of my creative life is going to be on the back of it. That will be a bigger disappointment than anything else for me, I think.